Hey guys, I know I have been gone for a bit, but I am back and I made a compilation of the drama surrounding Tophia getting kicked out of Motelchu. Trigger warning, Tophia ranting.
So I want to say this because it's very important that we have a talk. So it hasn't been very easy finding work, because like I said, I was finding work from home jobs. I've been trying the best that I can with my brother, trying to literally get jobs, which is hard for him to get a job. And on top of that, having his car fixed so he can dash. And sadly, we are in a financial emergency, and I still needed like 120. I knew I still needed it, but I had to take the post down because I don't want to hear it from people about how, like, when you're financially stable and you're able to spend money and you're not able to, people fail to realize that you could be a millionaire and then end up broke. That's just how life is, right? I'm trying the best that I can. I would be lying if I said that my family is doing okay. This emergency I can't even tell people how bad it is, because, me and my family are going through a lot of financial hardships, and people just don't realize how hard life is. Between my brother trying to get a job and not being able to get a job, to having to try to get his car fixed so he can make and earn the money that we may need for our rent and stuff. And I can't even tell you how bad it is. Like, if I explain it to people, they would just tell me, well, why don't you go get a job? Why don't you do this? When I'm trying the best that I can, right? And I can only do so much in the time that I had. This is a situation where we don't have options, right? And this is a situation where I wish people would just take the time to understand things. My mental health has been declining for a long time, and it piled on and piled on, like trying to get help when it's so expensive. And then, I understand people giving the free help, but I couldn't do that when my family had financial struggles, and I was trying the best that I can to make sure my family had a place. There were just some things that we thought, going into what we thought, and then we still have a couple of days, and it's right now it's a safety situation, right? It's a safety situation, I'm trying to change. I'm trying to do better in my life, and I really don't like coming on the internet to ask for money. To be honest, I really don't. Some people are cruel. Some people are cool. People have safe spaces and places they can sleep outside. But when your safety, and it's not like the place that I live is unsafe. It's safe. It's the fact that, having nowhere to go. We don't really have family like that can just like take us in and be like, here. That's just not. And plus, my dad's family doesn't live here. They're in like North Carolina, Atlanta, New York. They're spread out, and they're not the type of people. Plus, we don't have money to travel. We can't ask them for money because they're not close like that. I don't know how I can mentally do it anymore. I don't know how I can mentally do it. Like, I got frustrated because I had to stare at $300, which I currently have to stare at $300 that I'm sitting on right now that I can't even use, because TikTok doesn't allow you to take the funds out until tomorrow, which is crazy, to Wednesday, and I don't even know if it's going to cash out tomorrow or not. And that's the thing about it, and it's not even going to cash out the whole, like, 300 that was piling up. I got frustrated because I'm like, I need to be able to pull out the money when I want to. I really wish TikTok didn't have people wait until Wednesday. This is a problem for people that might need the money, right? We could have been good. But I'm sitting on this money that I can't even use, and it just pisses me off. And when I message TikTok, they didn't fix the issue. I get it. It's not Wednesday, but you're not understanding me. I knew they was going to give me that stupid response being like, it's not Wednesday, so it's not going to cash out. I already know that, but it hasn't been cashing out ever since it was supposed to cash out on Wednesday. That's the problem, And on top of trying to find a job and trying to help my family, I can't do it. It's between me choosing to live or not be here at all. That's just my options, because I can't do this anymore. And people are not kind. They don't understand what I have to go through. And I'm just frustrated, but whenever someone else needs it, they'll give it to them. And it's for dumb things. It's for things that don't even make any sense. I don't know. I'm not doing good. TikTok should have better customer service, and it just sucks. And I get so pissed off that I'm not where I need to be, because I'm looking at $300, and it just infuriates me that it's like I have to look at that and sit there and be like, this is so out of reach. My family could really use this right now, but we can't use it because we have no access to it. And it just literally pisses me off that I don't have access to money that I earned and worked hard for. I want to have a successful business. I want to do these things, and I spent a whole hour, well, not hour, I spent a whole day working on something only for me to be like, is this worth it? Because I'm not going to get anything until, I don't know, there's just something I did and I can't say because of the haters. And I worked so hard. Now I resent the ticket to TikTok, but they're obviously not going to help me because TikTok is saying that it's not Wednesday, that I can't cash out because it's not Wednesday. And that's what's literally bothering me, is that, I can't, like, I can't cash out. Sorry. I don't know what the issue is. Now it was saying 110, which I was hoping it cashed out more. Now I know it was saying 110, but now it's saying it's saying $6. I don't understand what's wrong. Like TikTok needs to fix this because I told them people are gifting me, right? And if it's broken, what's the point? Because it said 110, but now it's saying $6. I don't know what's up with my account. So to all the people making suggestions to pawn stuff, haven't you used your brain enough to think that maybe I've already pawned things? I pawned my tablet already. So what makes you think pawning things is gonna have money? That doesn't make sense. Like, some people need to like really think about the things they say. And this is not being mean to the person who asked me to pawn my tablet, because I was going through a lot and I couldn't respond back, but I was gonna let you know I already pawned my tablet. So yeah, I don't have my tablet. I have to get that out next month. So yeah. I don't know, TikTok is not cashing out on my backup account. And also, if I don't get my cash out from my subscriptions, I'm going to be pissed, because TikTok really needs to fix it. They can't take people's money. They can't do that. Like, I get it. I get what people are saying. But if I'm making money on TikTok and they're not paying me, that's a problem, because they need to fix it. Like, okay, you don't need pay. Like, imagine needing money that could have helped you, but you're sitting there staring at like $300. And that's not even it. It's like over $1,000 that TikTok is probably going to be paying me. Over $1,000 plus, because I'm not going to say how much, that TikTok is supposed to pay me next month. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to have access to those funds on the 15th, because I hope they're going to pay me out on the 15th. I'm trying to get a work from home job. Someone's asking me why I can't go to work, and I've already explained why I can't go to work and why I'm not going to work. Why can't I just choose work from home? Why do I have to choose what people tell me to choose? It's not your decision. Like, why can't I go to work? First of all, someone threatened to throw battery acid in my face. That's one. I get severe threats. I don't have a safe place right now. I really don't have a safe place at all. People can come knocking on my door at all hours, every hour, right? And people have started recently sending pizza again. There is this whole issue of people thinking that life is easy when it's not. I'm not okay. My family's not okay. We're really not okay. We're not. And for people to make these jokes, my mom is disabled. There's a lot going on, and we're all going through it. We are not okay. We do not have a safe space. We do not have anywhere. And I'm just more concerned about having a secure place to live rather than paying $400 every week, when that money could go towards a house or go towards a stable place. I already know, right? I got a job. I got fired because people called and reported that job, right? Mass reported. I'm just going to be one day in, someone recognizes me and says, hey, aren't you that girl from TikTok? Then what? Then what? Does anyone have a plan? Because all you seem to care about is making people homeless, like you did Daniel Larson. You guys don't care about people bettering themselves. You want to keep people homeless. You laugh about it like it's just some joke about people being homeless, when there's a lot of people who are homeless in Albuquerque, and this is not a funny joke, okay? I may have a slight... I don't really think I have a safe place over my head, to be honest with you, a roof. You know, I should be thankful, but then again, it's still considered homeless. I don't know what to do. I can't live anymore. I can't do this. I can't. It takes one person to be kind, but when there are people saying I should unalive myself, when there's people saying do the right thing, no, you should be bullied. Like, why should I get harassed in a hard time? Because people say that I didn't go get a job. Do you think a job was going to prevent me from being homeless? Because that's not how it works. It doesn't matter if I got a job or not. My job was never going to prevent me from not being homeless. I still would have been homeless. That's not going to prevent me. It's not. You think having more money is going to make it less stressful, when you have to realize just how much you guys are going through it just as much as the next person, and you act like you're not, but we all know everybody's not okay. We're all not okay. You guys continuously keep pushing people and then laughing about it. When I saw what happened to Daniel Larson, I felt so bad, because now he's going to be spending the rest of his life possibly in prison, because everyone made him out to be this big joke and didn't really want to help him, but yet they're the same people sitting here screaming they care about mental health. Well, where was y'all when Daniel Larson was doing this? He literally was homeless because of the internet. And it's funny, like, you guys... Here's the thing. I can hate someone so much. Like, I can see how people hate Shay, right? The Apple Store girl. But to an extent, is harassing people really going to make anything better? If we're constantly hating, harassing people and causing them problems, like, if it's going to make us feel better? Like, that's not going to help these people work on getting better or being better when they're constantly having things thrown at them.
I probably shouldn't be posting this, but there is a TikToker on here whose name I'm not going to say just in case. Who is known for going live, and she's been living out of a motel that I just so happened to work at. And we had to kick them out today and DNR them because they couldn't pay their bill, and I quote, because TikTok didn't pay me. They were disgusting, and I can confirm her room was disgusting. I can also confirm that when they were kicked out this morning, they parked outside of the parking lot, and their mom or grandma took a shit on the sidewalk. They're as disgusting as you think they are. That's the reason for the green screen. Maid? Bitch, I'm a housekeeper. I cannot describe to you the smell that was emanating from that room. I could even smell it on her brother when we would pass each other when I was on my way into work and he was going to the Circle K up the street. It's not apartment style living, it's an extended stay hotel, and it is a dump. For my own safety, I'm not going to be dropping the name of the hotel that I work at on the internet to a bunch of strangers, but I promise you I'm telling the truth. Why would I fucking lie about this? I only ever went in their room once, and that was like the week after they got a clean notice, which means that their room was so disgusting that we almost had to kick them out, and they had to clean it up to not get kicked out. It was still disgusting, and it smelled like ass. I'm pretty sure we had to throw away every single set of sheets that we gave them. They refused to ever let us actually come in and clean, which is part of the reason they got kicked out. And I will do everything in my power to get you pictures and videos of that room, because no one that I work with gives a shit. I mean, there's really not anything to tell except for the fact that they were just disgusting people and you could smell their room a mile away. They only ever wanted sheets. They would barely ever let us into the room, not that we wanted to go in, because it was disgusting. This is not a nice hotel. It's not apartment style. Like, it's literally a shithole. It's where the fucking New Mexico government used to send people when they got out of prison. Like, this is the same hotel that had the guy jacking it in the fucking courtyard, and the same one where a week prior to that, they arrested a frickin' pedo. He was not living it up. I don't have a lot of stories. In fact, I don't have like really any stories because I never interacted with her because they stayed in their room like the gross mole people that they were. But I can tell you that the reason they had roaches is because their kitchen was absolutely fucking disgusting and it had food on it that was probably older than my nieces and nephews. Always, okay? The roaches were their fault. Also, the people working the front desk are wonderful, nice people that are good at their jobs. The only time that the staff at the hotel, myself included, are going to be less than nice to a guest is when they are less than nice to us, okay? We match energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm about to head into work, so we'll find out if I have a job. Pretty sure I still do. But I just want to tell you guys, it would be one thing, and you, Tophia, you should hear this too. You were no longer a guest. She was no longer a guest at the hotel. All of those privileges go out the window once you are no longer a guest at the hotel. Now you're just a fucking crazy person, okay, baby girl? I'm not scared of you. I've seen how fast you can move, okay? Everything I said was true. You even admitted it on your fucking Instagram story, bitch. I don't know why you're still lying. You literally, all I said was you got kicked out because your room was gross and you didn't pay rent, which is exactly what fucking happened, okay? Also, you can get in so much trouble, baby girl Lisa, for filing a false police report. So have fun with that one. Yes, I do still have a job. And I want you guys to know that my district manager would have said all the same shit that I'm saying about her, only to her face. I will also say the room is a little bit cleaner than I expected. It's still disgusting. It smells like piss, body odor, and fucking 10-year-old cooking grease. Like, there's so much grease on the light bulb over the stove that when I turned it on, it smelled like something was cooking. Here's all the brand new sheets we've been bringing in that they haven't been using. I don't want to know what that is. They're also currently still parked up the street in the same spot. The shit is still behind their car. I would get you a picture, but I don't want to get that close to them. So apparently, Tophia wants to call the police on me. Honey. Only one of us is breaking the law right now, and I did call the cops on you, okay? I called the cops and reported a suspicious vehicle because y'all have been sitting there all day and all night, shitting and pissing on the sidewalk like animals. And then I also told them that they need to do a prior welfare check because there's an elderly woman living in the car with them now. So have fun dealing with that, bitch.
So I want to address this because it needs to be addressed. Yes, the lady that posted the video is a housekeeper. She's not telling you 100% of the full story. She doesn't know 100%. So I'm going to explain to you, and I would advise you, if you're the housekeeper, that you take that video down, because it's not going to look good for you. I've already got the video. I'm going to send it to your corporate, and I'm also filing a report with the police, because that put my family in danger. And I know the police really don't do much, but at this point, I don't got no choice. That put my family in danger, and you're a maid, you're not a worker, and you have no right sharing people's business. But I'm going to come on here and explain what happened, because I feel like it's very important for me to explain what's going on. So for reasons why I'm not going to be giving a lot of information, details, my business is my business. It's nobody else's business. So as you know, like I said, my brother's the one that takes up the rent. There was some issues on his part, which is why if I had got paid from TikTok, I could have took up the rent until he fixed his issues with paying the rent. I'm not going to say anything to give away anything because it's my business. But she's a maid. Her friend, who is also a maid, was acting like she owned the place. She's rude. She hates her job. She doesn't like it. And if you don't like, because you're supposed to be hospitable, you know hospitality, right? You probably went for that. Like, you literally went for that. So I don't know why you're acting like you hate your job so much. If you hate your job, don't work. Okay, so my brother said someone was going to come by, right? And to wait on them. And then he said that kind of, because he was at work, it was 3. There was nothing he could do until 3. So then I was like, okay, fine. They said we have till 3 to pay, whatever. And then they come back, right? It's like 5 something, I think. I can't remember. They came back 3 times. No, actually, wait. Yeah, they came back 3 times, I believe. Anyways, the one lady that is really nice and worked with us last time, right, because of the issues going on. I'm not going to mention issues. It was not because I didn't get paid from TikTok. That is not what it was. I'm just going to state that. The payment issues were because, okay, so the payment issues, like I said, my brother's the one that pays the rent, and I'm not going to say why. It's none of anyone's business. But the main reason why the rent didn't get paid is because I could have had the money from TikTok to cover whatever my brother couldn't pay until he was able to pay. That was the main issue. So then, they come to the door, they said we have till 3. Okay, fine. 3 rolls around, and I'm like, we just got to get our stuff packed. We just got to get going because we don't have it. I said we couldn't, because it was right before 3. I don't know, it wasn't like the last minute before 3. I said we couldn't figure something out because, I said, whatever. Sorry. I'm just trying to talk the best that I can. I'm just distraught and upset and very worried because that puts my family in danger. So then, he was like, oh crap, okay. Well, he had just gone off and he said, I'm coming. Whatever. Then, the lady comes and says, okay, you have till 5:30. They came back, they were like, you have till 5:30. And I was like, okay, whatever. I get a loud knock on my door. It's the lady that works with us, and she's like, they said that you had to pack, and I said, they told us till 5:30. We're waiting because my brother just got off work. He's going to come, and then he's going to get the money and pay you guys. And she was like, I'll give you till 6. That's what she whispered. This lady is really nice. Mind you, she was the nicest lady in this whole situation. And that may seem nice, right? But you shouldn't be posting people's business on the internet. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't. So anyways, my brother had an issue with his check, and then he went to go get the money. He came back. He got a ride, and he went to go get the money. So then we're sitting here, we're waiting, and this lady comes banging on the door, the rude lady, and she's like, you're going to have to pack. You're going to have to get out. And I said, well, the other lady gave us till 6. And she was like, oh, let me go talk to so-and-so. I'm not going to name people because they don't need to be named in this situation. And so she left. Mind you, she's the maid. So why is she handling people when she's a maid? She doesn't handle people's rooms, which is really weird. And she hates her job. Like, she's literally just a maid. And I don't get why you as a maid are telling people to pay. That's why your rooms don't get clean, because you're short-staffed. Mind you, that place is short-staffed, and they only have practically 2 maids cleaning the whole entire building. And did you know that building, you have, okay, so your maid comes on a certain day. For us, it was Thursday. For some people, it's Wednesday. For some people, it's Monday. For cleaning day for them. So if it's not time for the maid to come, then the maid doesn't come clean your room because it's not Thursday. That's why they have it like that, because they're so short-staffed on maids. There's only 2 of them. And instead of doing her job, being a maid, cleaning people's rooms, making sure those rooms are clean, she's too busy running around acting like she's a boss. And leaving the other maid to do everything for herself, which is crazy to me that you want to leave a maid to do all of the rooms. That's why you guys are so overwhelmed, because you don't, mind you, they got other people who are not maids doing the work for them to clean the rooms and get the trash out of rooms because they cannot have the rooms cleaned in time. Mind you, there's been people that have come to check in and had to wait for hours. We were one of those people when we first got here. We had to wait. It was really hot. We were like sick. When we first got there, we had to wait for practically 2 hours over our check-in time because they were not prepared with the rooms. They did not have those rooms ready for us when we came. And that's a problem. They never have rooms ready for people when they come. Because why? They're too busy doing jobs that are not their jobs and having other people do their jobs that are not their jobs. And I know because I witnessed it when I was in the office of someone asking somebody to do something that was not their job, to go clean a room when it was not their job. So then we're getting our stuff packed up, and we're taking the important stuff we can with us. She was like, I'm gonna have to lock you out at 5:30. She did the door thing. She put the thing out so the door wouldn't close, and she's like, I'm gonna leave it like this, and you guys close it when you're done. So we're moving our stuff as fast as we can, getting the important stuff, and then, you know, we were trying to figure out some stuff, right? So anyways, we get our stuff, we get the important stuff out, and we had to leave some stuff, and I said, I hope they don't throw our stuff away, because I knew that lady was a bitch, right? And I like, the other lady, the maid, not the one that made the video, but the other maid, right? So then I was like, I hope they don't throw our stuff, right? I was just like hoping at least our stuff would be saved. We go to the office to pay, and the nice lady's working, and I was like, thank God, maybe we'll get our room back. She's like, no, we had to put you on do not rent. They put you on a do not rent list because corporate said we're having issues with you paying rent, which was only twice. Mind you, the first time she said that she made some calls because something, sure, okay, whatever, you know, let me get, sorry, so then I was like, she let us get our stuff, and she said, I'll let you guys get your stuff, and, you know, basically that's what we did. We got our stuff. And it literally just sucks because it's just like, that lady is the main cause. So because of her, and I know it was her because she's the one who was rude. She's been rude. She said, I'm not going to kick you guys out over social media, whatever. I'm just so frustrated because it puts my family in that position. She, the other maid, as another maid, should have not posted that video. There was no reason for her to tell my business and lie and try to make it seem as if, oh, they didn't pay the rent because she didn't get paid from TikTok. She doesn't know anything of what we told this other lady that works in the office. I am so freaking sick and tired of having to deal with people like that. And I just felt the need to come on and explain myself because I'm so frustrated. It pisses me off. So yeah, there's a lot more. Whenever I'm able to go live and explain everything, I will explain everything. But yeah, that's not good. I need to address this because this needs to be said. I'm running errands, and I don't need anyone to be thinking I'm sleeping out of my car. First of all, the maid had no rights to share any of my personal and private business, and it would be in her best interest not to respond to comments in her page because she's going to incriminate herself and lose her job. I got several videos I am sending over to corporate, and I'm going to make a call to let them know that she is putting my business out there. She's a maid, so she should not be telling anybody anything. Second of all, I did not talk about the maid, and if she sees this video, I didn't talk about you. I don't know you personally. You don't know me personally. Just because I'm a public figure doesn't give you the right to go and tell everyone my business because you don't know what I was going through or what I was struggling with online. You put my family in danger. That's all I'm going to say because I'm not incriminating myself to get in trouble, and I'm sending this video to your job and your corporate. And I'm also, if it doesn't work, I'm reporting you to the police. I'm going to make a police report and let them know that they see what I can do about having those videos taken down because you don't know anything about me. I am not the only sole winner, or not breadwinner, but the sole person that helps pay bills. And I'm not going to tell people my brother's business because no one needs to know where he works, if he works, or anything because for protection and safety purposes. That's why I didn't tell people why I was leaving. And for you to come online and act like as if I was creating a sob story, I was keeping myself quiet for a reason because I didn't want people to follow me and find out where I live, which now you have put my family in danger. Thank you very much. I did not say anything about a maid with weird piercings. I have my live streams fully recorded. You are not going to sit here and lie and say I talk about people that I live at. Why would I talk about the maids when I don't know them personally? She was nice. She came to our door and gave us our bedding. I didn't say anything rude about you. So don't listen to these trolls. And I would suggest in the best advice, since maybe you don't want to take advice from me, is to take down those videos and stop responding to people before you lose your job. Because that is a second video that I have to send to your corporate office to get you fired because you wanted to come online and spew my business. I hate when people love to do things for views and kick people while they're down. You don't know my situation. You don't know why I couldn't pay my bills. And it wasn't just because of TikTok. If I would have had the money, I could have helped my brother pick up where he couldn't pick up. I don't have to tell people what's going on in my personal life. And you just plastered it everywhere because you wanted some sort of 15 seconds of fame. Well, you're going to get your 15 seconds of fame. Was it worth it to lose your job? And I don't care if anyone comments in my comment section and defends that lady. Let me tell you something. If you're defending someone, spewing my business out there, people are literally calling her out. People have said that I can get a lawyer. And I've actually had people reach out to help me get a lawyer. So I would suggest, in your best advice, if you see this video, take those videos down. And even if you do, I still have the videos. So it's already too late for you. You should have never put my family in danger because you don't know the situation. You was not there when my brother had to talk to the lady about paying rent. You don't know our personal business. You and your little friend needs to stop being rude to people that live there. And you need to tell your friend to be a little nicer and stop acting like she's the manager when she's not. She's a maid. And what do maids do? Clean rooms. So I suggest you should be cleaning rooms instead of being short-staffed and leaving nasty rooms for people to live in with roaches, okay? Because our room had doors chewed in it, which I couldn't even take a picture. I didn't even take a picture because I was like, you know what? I'll just suffer through this. The back of our door was chewed by someone else whose dogs was there. Their lights were falling off. They had overhead lights over our beds. They were literally broken. On top of that, our electricity plug blew up. Our refrigerator was not fixed for a whole month. We did not have our refrigerator fixed. And when we told them it was broken, they didn't fix it. My mom had to defrost the refrigerator and it thankfully ran again. We had to shove all of our stuff in the freezer because we didn't have a refrigerator. Everything was going bad. On top of that, everything was damaged. Their countertop, the part where the countertops are, was coming apart because whoever was there damaged the room. And mind you, the lady that worked there before can vouch because she was disgusted when she saw what room we got. She was looking around the room in disgust because she couldn't believe this is the room we were given. On top of that, someone punched a hole in the closet door by the kitchen, was punched by someone else. That room was nasty. And we literally sacrificed to stay there because we didn't want to move from room to room. And I am tired of these people not, there's only 2 maids that clean the whole building. If you look at the building, how big it is for 2 maids, and people quit. And you wonder why people quit. This is 5 minutes long and I'm just going to end it here. But if I was you, I would advise you to take down your video before it makes it worse and you incriminate yourself. Anyways, I've got stuff I got to do. I have important things I got to do. Have a good day.